In this video, we discuss about how grid is connected with the permanent magnet synchronous generator and squirrel cage induction generator. In wind energy conservation system, generate electricity is directly connected to the grid is impossible because some factors to be considered to grid connected system, voltage and frequency level to be maintained. In permanent magnet synchronous generator is directly connected to the turbine. The voltage level can be varied by using power electronics component like rectifier, boost chopper and PWM line set converter is used to maintain the voltage at the constant T. In rectifier, we generated output voltage in induction generator is AC. AC is converted into DC in rectifier. It can be oscillating two directional alternating current into a single directional DC current. In booster, DC to DC power converter that used the voltage level from input to output. Step up. PWM pulse width modulation line side converter is used to inverter to give steady state output voltage like 230 volt or 110 volt AC irrespective to the load. By using MOSFET in output stage, PWM technology makes the inverter ideal for all types of load. Because of IGBT have high efficiency and fast switching current device, high current carrying capability, gate controlled using voltage instead of current. By using the active power and reactive power would be maintained. In PM synchronous generator with two back-to-back PWM converter, a typical power electronics topology used permanent magnet synchronous generator is shown in figure. The three-phase voltage variable frequency output from the wind turbine is rectified using the bridge diode. We change in the speed of synchronous generator, the voltage of DC side of the rectified changes to maintain the constant DC link voltage of the inverter by using the step-up chopper is adapted for the rectifier voltage. As viewed the DC input of the inverter, the generator rectifier system is modeled as an ideal current source. The rectified output from the diode bridge is filtered to the smooth waveform in the large capacitor. Capacitor is a energy storage device. It maintains the voltage level to output to the DC chopper into the grid. The waveform of scaled transformer of voltage level to be utility AC system. The generator is decoupled by the grid by voltage source DC link. Power electronics component interface provided excellent controllable characters of the wind energy system. The power converter to the grid enabled as a fast control active and reactive power. V and active power means voltage, current and cosine angle between voltage and current product of. That is, reactive power means product of voltage and current and sine angle between them, voltage and current. Okay, wow. The negative side is more complex when more power electronics parts are required. The diode rectifier is the most commonly used topology in power electronics application. In three-phase system, it consists of 6 diodes. The diode rectifier only in one quadrant. It is simple and it is not possible to control it. It can be used to some applications such as charging. In grid side three-phase system converter permits wind energy transfer into grid and enable to control the amount of active and reactive power delivered to the grid. It also total harmonic distortion is the measurement of harmonic distortion present in the signal and defined in the ratio of the sum of the power of all harmonic component of the power fundamental frequency. It can be varied from the range of 9 to 10% is allowable. The control signal is said to maintain a constant reference of the voltage of DC link VDC. An alternative to the power conditioning system of a wind turbine is to synchronous generator instead of induction one and replaced by three-phase converter, three-phase diode rectifier and a chopper. Such a choice is based on the low cost as compared to the induction generator connected to a voltage source inverter used as a rectifier. When the speed of synchronous generator alters, the voltage of DC side of the diode rectifier will change. A step-up chopper is used to adapt the rectified voltage DC link voltage to the inverter. Ideal current source. The chopper used as a rectifier utilizes the high switching frequency of the bandwidth of these components is much lesser bandwidth of the generator. Based on the control design, back-to-back PWM control system varies advantages. The line side power factor is unity with no harmonic current injection. Wind generator output current is sinusoidal in nature. There are no harmonic copper loss. The rectifier can be programmable excitation for the induction generator based system. Power can flow in either direction, permitting the generator to run as a motor startup. Similarly, regenerative braking can quickly start the turbine. Operation of the system possible with the startup capacitor at the time of charging the battery. Next topic, grid connector squirrel cage induction generator based wind energy system. It has two types of speed, fixed speed system and variable speed system. In fixed speed system, rotor of squirrel cage induction generator is directly coupled with the wind energy conservation system turbine. Softer is the purpose of three-phase motor voltage supply during the startup phase. The way of motor is adjust the machine of load behavior. Mechanical operating equipment is accelerator smoothly. The lengthenance of service life improves operating behavior and smooths the workflows. A capacitor bank is merely grouping of several capacitors of the same rating. It may be connected in series or parallel depending upon the desired rating. As with the individual capacitor, backup of capacitors are used to store electrical energy and conditioning of the flow of that energy. By using turbine transformer, we convert step up voltage, low voltage into high voltage. Depends upon the system. Fixed speed system means turbine of electrical device consisting of an aerodynamic rotor driving a low shaft gearbox, a high speed shaft of an induction generator, that means asynchronous generator. For an electrical point of view, consider a large fan drive with torque applied to the low shaft from the wind flow. It consists of a squirrel cage induction generator coupled to the power system through a turbine transformer. The generator operating slip changes slightly as the power level changes and the rotational speed therefore entirely to maintain constant. Okay, because the operating slip varies is generally less than 1%. This type of generator is normally referred to as a fixed speed. Squirrel cage induction machine reactive power also conventional to provide power factor correction capacitor as a wind turbine. The function of soft shafter unit is to build the magnetic flux slowly, so minimize the transient current during energization of the generator. Variable speed system. In variable speed system, induction generator of a rotor is directly coupled to the power converter components to the wind energy system. This type of turbine may or may not include gearbox, because gearbox to maintain the voltage and frequency of the rotor to maintain the speed of the generator. In electrical, employ induction wound synchronous and permanent magnet synchronous. All power of turbine goes to the power generator. The dynamic operation of the electrical generator is effectively isolated from the grid. The electrical frequency of the generator as wind energy changes while grid frequency remains unchanged. Variable speed operation of the wind turbine. The power converter arranged in various ways, whereas grid side converter can be diode rectifier or pulse width modulation voltage source converter. The network side converter is typically a pulse width modulation voltage source converter. The strategy of the control of operation of generator. The power flow of the network depends very much type of power converter arrangements employed. Network side converter can be arranged maintain the DC bus voltage constant with the torque applied to the generator controlled from the generator side converter. Alternatively, the philosophy can be reversed. Active power is transmitted from converter with very little energy stored in the DC link capacitor. Torque applied to the generator is controlled by network side converter. Each converter is able to generate absorb reactive power independently. Okay, power converters topology for wind turbines. Power converters are related into two types. Partially rating power converter wind turbine. The another one is full rating one. Partially and another is full rating one. Bidirectional back-to-back two-level power converters. Now, PWM is a bidirectional power converter consisting of two conventional pulse width modulation voltage source converter in generator side and another is a grid side. In case the generator power is very low, to maintain that level by using the supplied from grid side. Energy taken from the grid side. Inside input side also one filter and output side also one filter. Filter is the purpose of to reducing the noise and the unnecessary harmonics. Okay, in PWM, voltage source converter is most frequently used three-phase frequency converter. Three-phase supply la maximum use பண்றது என்னதுன்னா PWM voltage source converter. Extensive, very well established. Manufacturing products componently especially designed using for that type of converter. Transistor pack compressing 6 bridge coupled transistor and anti-parallel diode. Okay, pulse width modulation அப்படிதான் design பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. The component costs are low compared to the converter requiring components desired for a niche production. Capacitor coupled between the grid inverters and generator inverter. Before, according to some production, this decoupling separated control of two inverters, allowing compensation of the asymmetry both on the generator side and on the grid side independently. The inclusion of boost induction of a DC link circuit increases the component count, but positive effect in the boost induction reduces the demand of the purposes of the grid side harmonic filter and offers some production of converted against abnormal condition of the grid. Unidirectional power converter from whenever the synchronous generator generate the electrical power is the only possible way to connect the grid is only. Simple diode bridge rectifier for the grid side converter. Okay, in this circuit diagram, various speed wind turbine, synchronous generator and full rating power converter. By using a LC filter, capacitor is used for the purpose of storing and charging and discharging the electrical energy from grid side converter to grid. Whenever the voltage can be lagging, the capacitor to increase the voltage or to maintain the constant level to the grid. Whenever excess of voltage from the grid side generator side converter, but that capacitor stores the excess of energy to the grid side. Okay, excitation system in synchronous generator, so excitation winding is used for the purpose of to improve the voltage level at the starting time. The diode rectifier is most commonly used topology in power electronic supply. Three-phase system consists of 6 diodes. The diode rectifier can only used in one current. It is simple and not possible to control. In used in some application with the DC link. Variable speed operation of wind turbine is achieved by using extra power converter which feed in the excitation system. The grid side converter will offer for the decoupled control of active and reactive power delivered to the grid. Also, grid support feature. This wind turbine can have a gearbox or they are given. In order to achieve variable speed operation, the wind turbine equipment with permanent magnet synchronous generator will require a boost DC to DC converter instead of the DC link. DC link use பண்றதுக்கு பதிலா DC converter, that means boost converter, boost chopper is used in permanent magnet synchronous generator. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity of Dr. S. Magendran sir from KS Rangasamy College of Technology.